Welcome to a Arena of Valor video, and this time I'm going to be explaining the new hero Tachi on the test server. So yeah, I'm just going to show you first his skill explanation. Right, this is his entrance animation. Kind of cool, and yeah, he's judging from the background. Yes, he is a hero from Mist Island as well. And so yeah, I'm going to start explaining his skills one by one. So, let's start with his first skill first. His first skill, basically it's like a Lubu second skill, but with shorter range, but faster projectile movement. And yeah, so his first skill, it will deal damage to the enemies in front, and will do extra 60% damage to non-hero units. It will do 50% slowdown effect for 1 second. And it actually has two modes. The first mode, which I explained just now, is unlocked the unlocked mode of his first skill. And now I'm going to the locked mode of his first skill. Sorry, it's locked mode. And for the unlocked mode of his first skill, basically it's like an Arduin's first skill combined. Okay, basically like you, but it's much more improved. Basically, when you activate your enhanced first skill, you basically charge for a few seconds, and you can move during the casting of his enhanced first skill. And you can also use flicker, or maybe a second skill, which is a dash, to adjust the um, to help you to reach the enemies that aren't in the area of his first skill. And so his first skill enhanced mode will do true damage, but it won't do extra damage to non-hero units. And yeah, for this first three basic attacks after you activated his passive, basically it would increase his first skill damage by 12%, up to a total of 36%. And yeah, so for his second skill, as I said, it is a dash. Basically, you dash forward, and after you finish dashing, you will spin around and deal damage to enemies around you. And yeah, that's basically it. And also, when you activate his passive, which I'll explain at the last, um, your first three basic attacks will also reduce this his second skill's like recharge cooldown by 33%. And yeah, basically making you able to combo it with your first skill much more easier. So you can use your second skill to get to the enemy, and use your first skill to do tons of true damage to the enemy. And when you, for your first skill is starting to get out of place, you can use your second skill to help you to reach your enemy with your first skill. And for its ultimate, it's basically like execute a execute skill. So basically what he'll do is he'll jump up in the air, and he'll be immune to also damage, and he'll be untargetable. And after that, he will do two slashes on the ground, both doing little bits of damage, and also giving enemies 90% of slowdown effect. And after that, he will slash down and deal tons of damage, including execute damage. And yeah, the broken thing about all his three skill is, other than his first skill, all your three, other than your uh, locked first skill, all your second skill and your ultimate and the enhanced first skill will deal true damage when you have his passive activated. So his ultimate also automatically activates your passive. So for his passive, basically when you attack and enter battle stance, you will see 4 marks, 4 symbols under your around Tachi's feet. Basically what will that do is when you attack the enemy which is at the direction of one of the symbols, it will activate and deal extra 4% of the enemy's max HP, and it will heal you by 8% of your lost HP. It also has a limit on jungle options, same as his ultimate's execute damage. And when you activate one of the marks, you actually gain a brief increase in movement speed. After you activate 4 of the marks, you fully activate your passive and you'll gain tons of shield based on your max HP, and you get quite a lot of attack speed so that you can unleash those 3 basic attacks to fully max out his damage. So as you can see, the activated passive will last for a total of 6 seconds, and all of your basic attacks will deal true damage, but it won't crit like how Malot's passive does. And yeah, also your first 3 basic attacks after you fully activated your passive, it will give you 4% of your max HP. It will give you shield equal to 4% of your max HP for 3 times. You can stack it up to total of 12% of your max HP. So yeah, on to the enchantment. For enchantment of Tachi, I recommend you go for the Lockkim. And yeah, for this wrong one, yeah, this one. So yeah, for the first enchantment the first small enchantment of choice is the skill of enchantment is this, like the enhanced basic attack after you dash forwards. Basically that will increase your damage by a little, not too much, but it will help you to deal extra damage. And yeah, for this second talent, I was also pick increase in damage. Since you're building, I'm going for tank on Tachi, which I'll show you later. So on the enchantment, I just go full out on like normal attacks. And so for the what I like call the third skill, the enchantment, I will go for this endless battle. I'm pretty sure this is what it is called. Basically, this is a enchantment where it would heal you after you use your you have to attack the enemy for a few times. Basically, this will help Tachi sustain a lot more in battles. And also you can use the, hold on, let me find it right here. Yeah, this one, the Fata enchantment, where they go for the explosive shield, and that will also increase your sustainability on the lane. So yeah, on to his what do you call the equipment. Alright, so for equipment, as you can see, I don't know about you, but if you had watched videos of other YouTubers posting on how to use Tachi, you can notice that all of them go for a full like all out damage, like a full damage build, or maybe jungle. Like for me, I would I would suggest either use the tank build on Tachi, or maybe the jungling build on Tachi, since as you know his first skill deals extra damage to non-hero units. And yeah, the reason I don't like to suggest his the full damage build on him is because if you notice just now, all of his skill damage is high by itself. It's already extremely high by itself, and the 80% that his skill state is quite low. And yeah, and also Muramasa wouldn't like like you will see the all of the AD AD items, like most of them would have like deal extra damage, or maybe like you know reduce the enemy's armor, which Tachi literally doesn't need, as I said, because his passive deals true damage. And also the true damage only applies on his basic attack, his enhanced skill, his second skill, and his ultimate, meaning that you can trigger Fenrir with it, you can crit with it, as it is stated in the skill description just now. And so yeah, hence this is the reason I really suggest you guys to go for the tank build. First of all, Tachi is a hard hero. He needs sustain. If you build full AD build, you will get killed by the enemies really easily. And also his weakness is to either heroes with high mobility or high poking capability. If you build full tank, maybe it won't be able to fully counter a hero with both mobility and kiting ability, for example like Elandor, but it will be able to at least counter the heroes with huge poke damage. And so yeah, this is why I suggest you go with tank build. And on to the gameplay right now. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you the gameplay of Tachi. And yeah, so this is a pre-recorded gameplay. I used the Arena of Valor's record system to record it. So yeah, the audio will be a bit off, so please bear that in mind. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just showing you for a more little bit of the items and the builds and the enchantment that I use. As usual, in this battle I'm gonna show you how it's passive. You know, like if it's hard to understand it word by word, but if you understand it and and use it a few times in the either classic or rank mode, you would actually know like his passive is actually quite simple compared with what you've read. So yeah, and let's skip a little bit. Yeah, hold on. And here I'm going to be facing off Florentino. Now Florentino it will be countered by Tachi. The reason why is because as you know, after attack you can see these 4 marks under his feet, and you can see after I hit Florentino at the direction of where the symbol is facing, my passive will get activated and will heal me. And so that is why Florentino would be countered by Tachi. And so yeah, Necro would counter Tachi, but not as effective as an effective counter as Elandor. So yeah, here basic laning stage, and I'm gonna try to skip until I find a good battle here. Oh yeah, and you can see like, yeah, this is how you activate his passive. Basically just move to the position where the enemies are at. So yeah, you can see here, I didn't use my second skill dash forward because I knew my enhanced first skill would be enough to reach the enemy Superman. And also his enhanced first skill range is quite long. And yeah, so you can see the air effect slash um after his dash on his second skill. And yeah, so you're gonna see right here how I dodged the Superman's first skill push by using my ultimate. And yeah, I didn't pay attention to the map because this was my first time playing. I'm just focusing on laning and seeing whoever like encounters me, I guess. So yeah, back to here. Our Max got a chance to handle off Florentino. And here you can see how this Necro is countering me. Basically, he is trying his best to avoid all of the, like, to avoid me from to he's basically avoiding me to prevent me from activating all 4 of my symbols under my feet, so that I wouldn't enter, the broken state where I freaking deal true damage to everyone around me. Not everyone around me, but true damage to you on my skills. And yeah, it kind of failed a bit. And yeah, so our teammate is just going to gank this Florentino. And we're trying to find a good clip here. So yeah, even though Tachi, has heals all over his passive and shield and even immunity on his ultimate, but I wouldn't really suggest you to stay in lane just because of his heals and shield and all that defensive stuff. This is the reason because the reason of that is because in the early game you're not as tanky as you expected. You're tanky, but when the enemy jungler comes, you're not gonna be that tanky. How much farm the jungler can get in the early stages of the game. So yeah, just gonna go back onto my and here. Florentino actually helps me activate my passive right here. And yeah, so you can see I can also combo my ultimate with my flicker. And you also, and if you didn't notice right here, after I activated my passive, just now the clip where you saw me fighting the enemy, killing the enemy Superman, you can also see that my second skill also deals true damage when his passive is activated, and now his ultimate also deals true damage when his passive is activated, which like it's much more stronger than an execute for me, I guess, because you have the immunity, the slowness, and all of that good stuff, and you can even extend your passive duration using his ultimate. And yeah, so for his ultimate, you can either, like, when you're laning and you have low HP, like, you can use your ultimate as a way to counter attack the enemy, while during team fights, I kind of both agree and don't agree with using your ultimate to engage team fights, since his ultimate has an execute effect, and it wouldn't be that effective if you didn't if you used it without getting enemies HP low. The second way of engaging is, like, which much more prefer, is attacking the big jungle monsters, not the small ones. Reason to that is because your passive won't be able to be activated by the small jungle monsters. It will only it would only be able to be activated by the big jump monsters such as the Dark Slayer, the um, Spirit Sentinel, or maybe the Abyssal Dragon. And yeah, so as you heard from me just now, his passive can also be activated the by attacking the Spirit Sentinel, which means that can actually after a fight, you can actually go if you have made sure that the enemy jungler isn't around and the enemy mid lane isn't going to gank your way, you can just go to the Spirit Sentinel and gain some HP back, some XP, and go and regen back by a lot, since the Spirit Sentinel's damage won't be enough to penetrate your true damage on your stuff. And yeah, you can see you can activate the second your passive for a second time just by attacking the Spirit Sentinel. And yeah, I'm basically have much more HP after I've attacked the Spirit Sentinel compared with just now. So yeah, let's skip right here. And yeah, basically the enemy just surrendered, and so I'm sorry that I didn't perform too well this game because it was first game. And yeah, so can see like his damage is quite adequate, like not too high, not too low. Last part here, yeah, not too high or not too low. I know his sustain is quite effective as well if you use the tank build on him. And yeah, so even without all of the normal, like all of the damage items, I can still do a lot of damage, like even higher damage than my jungler, which is one of the broken parts of this hero. And yeah, so I guess that's for it for this video. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.